CAA Hoops Weekly, powered by Under Armour, back here at the Showplace Arena here on Semifinals Saturday, joined with Jody Lavin-Patrick once again. And Jody, you couldn't ask for two better matchups on Saturday, both of them coming down to the wire. Two three-point games. Let's go to the highlights. Game one, JMU and Elon. Elon played a phenomenal game, just coming up short at the end.
Well, they really outplayed James Madison, I thought, for about 30 to 32 minutes. But it's that last 8 to 10 minutes you have to bring it as well. And the person who brought it in that last 8 to 10 minutes of the game was Precious Hall. Yep. She ended up with 19 points again, as she did in the quarterfinal game. But it took her a while to get going. First half, I think both defenses in both games, but especially today, just did a great job on her. But at the end, she wanted the ball, and she made a big difference. Now, inside also, Lauren Okafor, yesterday had foul trouble, did not play much in the first half. Today, no foul trouble. She did a nice job, a quiet game, but she still did what she needed to do on the boards, rebounding offensively and defensively. So it really came down to that last 8 minutes, and Precious Hall just saying, give me the ball, and she made a big difference. But great game. Every single possession was just an in-your-face defensive gem, really. And I love calling the game with Al Koken because we knew that every time up and down, it was just a frenetic pace for the entire game. But just a great first semifinal game.
Absolutely. And as for, Elon coming in as the CA newcomer, they made a really great impression for their first CA tournament game.
They did.
First CA tournament outing, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Charlotte Smith really had them prepared extremely well, and it came down to the last two possessions and two non-box outs on the foul line, which really was difficult to watch. But it was because also JMU knew that this is what they had to do, even though they missed foul shots at the end. So just a great showing by Elon. They're very young. Shea Burnett did a fabulous job, and just inside and outside. But she took it to the basket very well. She was in the hallway after the game crying hard. As a freshman, she put a lot of pressure on herself, but she did a fabulous job.
Absolutely. We look forward to seeing Shea Burnett here in the next few years through the league. Now, as for our second semifinal game, another one that came down to the wire, kind of a little different feel though. Hofstra and Delaware. Hofstra advancing to the CA championship game. They had complete control in the first half, and Delaware did a great job fighting back, but just like Elon, fell a little bit short at the end.
Yeah, again, as you said, 3 points, and I don't think anyone after the first half of the second semifinal game thought it was going to be a 3-point game because Hofstra really took it to, and in so many different ways, inside and outside, but it was mainly in the paint. 30 to 12 on the boards in the first half.
Yes.
So they really dominated, and knowing that they had to do that, and they did it at both, really on the offensive end as well as the defensive boards. I think what you look at in the second half, you saw Delaware really clamp it down. They held Hofstra to 18 points in the second half, did a great job at both ends, but really couldn't follow through on the line. 11 for 18 from the foul line for Delaware. That's not going to get it done in a semifinal game, and Tina Martin was disappointed in that because they really are a very good foul shooting team. So to get it though, to come back and to get it to a 3-point game after a really subpar first half was very difficult to watch really for Delaware. Now they had to play 3 games in 3 days, and I think that's where the rubbery legs came in. I think that's what happens on the foul line too when you have to play 3 games in 3 days. That when you're on the line that much, that's when you're going to miss them, and they did.
And Hofstra will advance to their first ever CA championship game, and actually for Delaware, this is the first time they won't be in the CA championship game in this building since the tournament was moved here to the Showplace Arena. Now this sets the stage for what should be a very great game tomorrow here. Championship Sunday, Showplace Arena, JMU taking on Hofstra. Hofstra, the only team that beat JMU in conference this year.
And that was on February 22nd, so not too long ago. And it was down in Harrisonburg, which is very difficult to do, to go in there and beat them. And but what Chris Kilburn-Stavesky just talked about is they didn't even play a perfect game in February when they beat them down there. And she wasn't gloating about it, saying, well, tomorrow's going to be a perfect game and we're going to beat them. She just said, we just played solid basketball. Everybody contributed in some way. And to do that not too long ago, a few weeks ago, and now to have this setting again, it's just the perfect storm, really, for basketball here in the CAA, to have these two playing each other. It's really what should happen. And I think what I see, it's going to be really a battle of, Precious Hall. She's got to come out of the gate a little bit quicker. I don't think that she's going to be able to warm up to the game as she has the last 2 games. I think she's going to have to really step it up quickly. And then on Hofstra, they're playing the two bigs together, Federica and White. They're doing a great job together, and what they need to do is continue to dominate the boards. If they continue to do that, I think it's going to be really, really tough for Madison to really counter that, early in the game and late. So I just think it'll be a great game. But Precious Hall, Player of the Year, and there's a reason, and she's shown it the last two games. She will want to come out of the gate a little bit sooner, and I think that she will.
It should be a great battle here tomorrow at the Showplace Arena. Remember, again, it will be a 1 o'clock tip on Comcast Sportsnet. Check your local affiliates. If you do not have Comcast Sportsnet to watch the game tomorrow, the full simulcast of the broadcast will be on CA.TV. Jody, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show once again this year,
and we enjoyed it.
Definitely look forward to a great matchup tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So, as for now, we'll be here again tomorrow. It'll be me and Nikki Newman to recap the championship.